smokes, lost track of time. I was trying to help my mom with this telecom company is trying to scam her, it seems. Maybe I'll post a video about it one time in the future, maybe. With that in mind, what's going on today? I was reading this one where apparently is an update of that story that seems to keep on giving. It dealt with that county that tried to ban drones, and they consistently, I guess, lost because the argument is how, I guess, they don't have the authority to implement flight bans, and they went to the appeals courts and they lost again, it seems like. It says here, appeals court sides with drone enthusiasts who challenged Ottawa County ban. An appealing court has affirmed a lower court's ruling that Ottawa County exceeded its authority when it tried to ban the use of drones in county parks in summer 2021. The Michigan Court of Appeals on November 17 said the ruling of Circuit Court Judge Karen Miedema in November 2021 would stand, noting the county didn't cite any errors in the lower court's ruling, a key factor when the appealing court considers reversal. Saying here, the Court of Appeals is an error-correcting court. The judges said in a unanimous opinion, defendants are actually seeking a gratuitous opinion on a matter of their own interests, not the correction of an alleged error by the trial court. So to my understanding, in these situations, when you go to an appeal, there has to be some kind of technical error per se. For example, the judge completely missed the point in terms of what a law should be about. Maybe they didn't follow a certain procedure versus just saying, oh, I don't agree with it, so here's a second opinion, hopefully, that type of thing. And it says the initial lawsuit was filed in summer 2021 by a group of drone enthusiasts called the Michigan Coalition of Drone Operators after the county enacted a policy that banned drones from being operated without a permit at county parks and altogether at other county properties. I remember this one too because it dealt with this county where even though they lost, they're like, no, we're still gonna proceed with this. It makes you wonder how much money did they waste, like public money, to try to fight this, and at the same time, why so, I guess, persistent in trying to ban something when people are just flying, for example, just capturing, I don't know, basic photos and videos. But either way, I guess that's the win for the recreational flyers. It's just too bad you don't normally see people do these types of things, and most people would just go, oh, that's the way it is, just go with it. Or at the same time, unfortunately, a lot of organizations, they pretend to be on your side, but ultimately they just want to sell their products and services. I have yet to personally see an organization here anyways that's conflict of interest free, nothing to sell and so forth, where they're genuinely just want to make, for example, the hobby and stuff accessible. That's a little unfortunate too. And in terms of things like a drone, I was reading this recently where there was a drone light show that went, I guess, haywire. Drones started to fall out of the sky and so forth. And then it says here in terms of what the repair bills are, it says Perth drone show, City of Light hit with 100,000 K repair bill after mass malfunction. A Christmas celebration presented by billionaire Gina Reinhardt's mining empire is facing a $100,000 bill after 50 drones from the high-tech show plunged into the river. The City of Light series kicked off in Perth on Saturday with a top draw card being a 500-strong drone light show displaying Christmas scenes in the sky above Elizabeth Key and Swan River. But the show, presented by Miss Reinhardt's Hancock group of companies, including Hancock Prospecting, Roy Hill, and Atlas Iron, took a turn on Sunday. During the Sunday show, which kicked off at 8 p.m., videos showed the drones malfunctioning before they suddenly dropped from the sky and splashed into the water. Drone Sky Show Managing Director Joshua Van Ross later revealed 1 in every 10 drones in the 500-strong light show malfunctioned. Wow, that's not very good. Although if they did it over the water, I guess it wasn't too bad, where, again, the malfunction was more about them having to replace it versus anybody getting hurt. But that's just an example, again, where you can try and have all the procedures in the world. Accidents are going to happen. It's more about how do you deal with it afterwards. And the last thing I read in terms of, I guess, money, power, and control, it was a little update in terms of that Elizabeth Holmes trial, where she was sentenced to jail for that scandal about that company Theranos. And here, it just talks about how they're trying to debate what type of prison she should go to. And apparently, she's pregnant. It says Elizabeth Holmes is pregnant with her second baby. It is revealed as she's sentenced to 11 years. I personally don't know the big difference in terms of these types of prisons, but like this one here, it says Elizabeth Holmes judge proposes minimum security prison with family visitation. The judge who presided over Elizabeth Holmes' fraud trial and sentenced her last week to more than 11 years in prison has recommended that the former Theranos CEO serve out of her time in a minimum security Texas federal prison camp. The recommendation for Holmes' incarceration at FPC Bryan, a facility located about 100 miles northwest of Houston that houses only female inmates, came in a court filing on Wednesday. In addition to offering minimum security, the prison offers frequent family visitation, college-level education, and requires its inmates to participate in work programs. So apparently that is generating controversy now too, because people are saying she's getting better treatment than she should. Again, I don't know the difference between these prisons. And the other controversy is how she's pregnant. I know she got pregnant before, and now with this second baby, people are kind of theorizing, is she crazy? Like, I don't know, a quote, sociopath, that type of thing. That's the accusation, where you got pregnant in hopes that will influence your sentencing. That's what people are claiming anyways. That's kind of crazy if it is true, but how can you prove it, correct? But either way, are people happy or are they upset about, I guess, the decision potentially? All right, see you guys later.